start.
Good afternoon, everyone. Our discussion today revolves around a crucial question that can the Indian education system produce more entrepreneurs than the job seekers? Will India becoming a global startup hub? Many people believe that the Indian education system is evolving to support the entrepreneurs. However, many other people believe that it largely focuses to prepare students for jobs. So let us, we all are together to each providing our perspective. So let us talk about the situations. I feel that Indian education system produces more job seekers than the entrepreneurs because of the lack of practical skills. Schools and colleges are emphasizing theoretical learning that doesn't directly apply to the business world. Uh, many people who learn subjects like economics and business politics, they do not know how to apply the practical of business, such as raising capital, provide marketing, and dealing with customers. So this lack of proper education make them feel uncomfortable in becoming an entrepreneur. So now Ayush will continue.
I have different opinion than yours. I think the Indian education system has been shifting from job seeking to entrepreneurship. Driven by government support, the initiatives like Startup India have alone led to 1.2 lakh startups being registered on the official government website. Colleges now have ECEs and incubators on campus, such as our college has an incubator as well as an entrepreneurship and incubation cell, which provides real-world learning and helps us connect with individuals at high posts in the startup world. The national education policy prioritizes practical skills over rote memorization, which ensures that entrepreneurial mindset is built into the students. A stat is that in 2016, only 471 startups were registered. But in 2023 alone, the number had crossed 1 lakh, which shows that the mindset of the young generation as well as the investors are coming into the Indian market and investing more in on Indian startups.
Okay, Ayush, I have some different opinions. Like Indian education system prioritize jobs over startups. Even top tier institutions like IITs and IIMs have boast about their placement rates, not about the startup rates. So students are often encouraged to take safer options of jobs rather than take risks.
I agree with Daksh. India has always been a job centric country where people only consider a person who is successful, who has a secure job, but do not consider a person who does not have a job and he's trying to build his own startup. Alone Stanford has completed 200 more than 200 startup, but 23 IITs combined has produced only 116 startup. That is a huge difference that India wants to change, and it might change someday.
The Indian education system is shaping towards entrepreneurship. Several steps are taken by the government and universities like IITs and IIMs to empower the student and to convert their idea into reality. Next, that's will continue.
But if we play on facts, the Indian education system is still lagging in producing more entrepreneurs. Reasons are a lack of practical learning and entrepreneurial skills. This Indian system predominantly focuses on theoretical knowledge, which deprives the students of the practical demands that entrepreneurship requires.
Yeah, so I would like to talk about in the support of the topic. There has been a significant rise in the entrepreneurship culture, which is driven by the inspiring and successful stories like that of Puneet Bansal, which is the founder of Lenskart, and those of Devinder Goyal, the founder of Zomato. The education system of India has realized the shift, and now the students are more shifted towards to start their own ventures rather than seeking a job. Next.
I agree with you, Martha. We can see there are a lot of skill development opportunities in the new education system. We are organizing hackathons and various open skill challenges where students participate and got the idea of new ideas, not the idea but also the confidence how to build their own startup to thrive in the industry.
I would like to add a point, like several initiatives have been taken, like Other Innovation Mission, Startup India Expo, and also several incubators and accelerators are being built in different institutions and colleges, which greatly provide a platform to the people all over which greatly provide a platform to the people of the college to get a seed funding, to showcase their idea, and also to at least to give them a chance to turn their to turn their dream into reality. Such government initiatives also boost the confidence of the people who might have failed in their startup, but it gives them a second chance to start from scratch and again launch their startup.
But Chirag, one of the biggest hurdle for the Indian education system one of the biggest hurdle is that the entrepreneurs do not have proper financial resources. Like that, for in India, the proper venture capital and the seeding is not limited. Many people do not have access to all of them, and some who all have access, they gain some investors, but they do not know how how the raising capital process is actually is, because they are not taught the practical processes in their schools or colleges. That is why they lack some entrepreneurship skills in it.
But Soumil, I think in today's generation, entrepreneurial education is not limited to classrooms only. For example, founders of OYO such as Ritesh Agarwal or Adit Palisa of Zepto leverage online education to scale their businesses to such heights. For example, uh, to consider freelancing. Freelancing is also a viable option to pursue after your graduation or even before your graduation, and it can provide financial independence. Platforms such as LinkedIn and Fiverr, Upwork, or provide opportunities to individuals with required talents such as graphic designing, video editing, and others, which can help them generate revenue and use that revenue to scale their businesses or seek for financial help through government schemes like Mudra loans.
But I believe that rote learning is still dominant in education. Many
My friend, you mentioned the name of OYO. Do you know Ritesh Agarwal hasn't completed his school? In 12th class, he dropped off his school and to pursue his dream, he went to abroad. And then he got his further higher knowledge about startup, and then he came to India and got the knowledge about how entrepreneurship is made, and then he started with one hotel and then make such a huge business. So in this, Indian education system doesn't play a role, and he himself built such a huge startup.
The government is taking several steps: financial step, technical step, and awareness program. Some example of financial step are Stand Up India, Startup India, and Credit Scheme. Now consider this.
Don't put ball in each other's court. Instead of saying he will speak or like next, it should seem like a discussion. Not like it is a pre-planned thing, okay, now you will speak. Don't do it like that.
There is lack of support for aspiring entrepreneurs. Although government has generated initiatives like Startup India and creating many programs for the aspiring ones, but sport still remains insufficient and inaccessible. Entrepreneurs demands problem-solving skills, decision-making skills, and understanding of business how to operate it.
Well, I would like to add a point to what Ayush said. Education is just not limited to offline institutions now in today's world. Like there are many online platforms, which we as a students can use to learn entrepreneurship skills and start our own venture or business. Like one of that platform is that of Coursera, upskill, and also we can, like I you said, we can develop our network. We can connect to our mentors who can guide us how to start our own business, and there we can also connect with other entrepreneurs who are currently working to make their venture successful.
Now, I would like to some add facts to the view of entrepreneurship. Now, that is that India ranks third in the world among the startup culture in the world. And also the 82% of Indians believe that entrepreneurship is the right choice. Also, according to one report, the entrepreneurship is leading in the hearts of Indians. Also, the IIT Delhi is the leading leading in the startup culture of the India.
I would also like to add a point like the Indian education system is nowadays also focusing on the creativity and innovation, which is quite necessary for entrepreneurship. As several institutions are taking initiative like introduction of several programs like digital marketing, communication skills, management skills, which help in overall development of the entrepreneurial skill sets and also help in developing the entrepreneurial mindsets of the young entrepreneurs. This shift in the pedagogy is really helpful in generation of new entrepreneurs and also providing them a basic idea about entrepreneurship and also helps in them gaining confidence to show their ideas and work on it.
But Chirag, according to GUESS, that is Global University Entrepreneur Spirit Society Student Survey, India 2023, approximately 68.7% of Indian students aim to pursue employment just after completion of the graduation, whereas only 14% plan to become a founder in that period. Another fact is that despite India becoming a global economy, many young students still try to pursue government job due to the job security and the benefits that it provides.
But Soumil, our government is trying and collaborating with Google and IITs to ensure that every student can get access to courses which show how we can use AI to drive our business to success and also use AI and no-code tools such as Wix and ChatGPT to launch a startup without technical expertise. Our government is also launching online courses into the school and colleges curriculum, such as NPTEL courses, or for example, our college has launched the Swayam course to help us learn programming through it.
But I believe that schools and colleges are more focused towards memorizing part, not on the practical part. So as a result, many students graduate based on the theoretical knowledge and they find it difficult to start a business and how to run a business.
Chirag, I would like to disagree on you. You spoke about creativity and innovation, but don't you think creativity and innovation only based on higher education? For example, communication skill. This is only taught in colleges, and that is called higher education. Only teaches this.
I like to contradict on your point as nowadays several schools are also introducing very new courses like management skills, communication skills, which are also taught to our children, which are also taught to our young generation. So they can also know about entrepreneurship or at least get a basic idea, as it helps in developing their problem solving skills, improve their thinking ability, which is not only useful in their, which can also be useful in their further life.
I would like to say one example about Delhi.
I agree with you that it is not a widespread idea yet, but still, with time and with more hard work, it can easily be introduced in our young generation, which can help in creating a new wave of entrepreneurship.
I would like to contradict the point Daksh said that our education system is not focusing on practical part. If our education system is not focusing on practical part, meaning that our students do not have skills. If the students do not have skills, why the companies are taking them why are companies employing them? If they do not have skills, why would any company would employ? They need profit. That is why they would employ they would employ our students. And so it is not just about the skill part. It is about the mindset. The students are more inclined towards starting their own business. That is my point that I'd like to say.
But actually, in India, there is not a proper support system. In countries like United States, there are proper schemes and just the government is providing the risk-taking entrepreneurs some schemes that they are encouraged to become a superpower. However, in India, the people who try to become entrepreneurs are not are not allowed further to pursue it because there is no proper support system there.
But I would like to give an example of a very famous entrepreneur that we all must know, Alam Pandey. He was a local coaching teacher, but when he was not given respect at his local coaching, he thought to use, he thought how could he use online resources such as YouTube to teach students. Then he started teaching on YouTube, and then he met his co-founder who gave an idea to launch this as a startup and increase the spread to and launch local coaching centers around India. And through this idea, both of let me tell you, both of them did not have any idea of how to launch a startup or business. All they learned was through online courses or by networking, by talking to startup founders or while going to networking events such as the e-summits of various colleges.
I would like to say something. Let me tell you something. In India, entrepreneurship is not widespread. There is still a gap there. For example, Delhi has launched an initiative in which they have started and they have collaborated with many other small startups in which government school children come and present their idea about a startup. And if government likes their startup, they provide funding to them. By this, there are multiple startups in Delhi which are run by Delhi students, and this is a great initiative. But I want this to be in all over India, including northeast, south, and north.
Well, Anand, would you agree with me on one point? That not everybody has the resources to start an entrepreneurship or their own business because they do not always come from support. Well, there is risk to start our own business. That is why by seeking a job, they are getting hands-on experience and getting the funds to start their own venture.
I tell you something.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Madhav. In our own college, we can see the case. Our two seniors,
Yeah.
Dushyant sir and Keshav sir, have opened their own startup, named as the next round, in which they prepare the students for the further interviews. And we can see that they are opening their own startup, and our own college itself, PEC ECE, have provided them with a 1 lakh investment, where they have gone and sold their ideas and they are being supported. In this way, the incubation centers are helping the students in different universities and institutions. And they are around 20 plus universities are having this.
Over the last few years, technology has increased drastically. Several online platforms like YouTube and various educational platforms offer entrepreneurship to empower the student from every corner of the country.
So now I would like to conclude our whole discussion. As entrepreneurship is still an unexplored.
You still have 2.5 minutes.
I know entrepreneurship is quite risky and also include various failures. But what a life which does not have any failure. As we always rise, as we always learn new experiences, gain new experiences, and learn from our mistakes, which has been involving us. So,
Great, Chirag. That's what my point is. Indian education system should teach children that failure is a part of our life. But where are they teaching?
I agree with you, but I agree there is still some changes required in the Indian education system, and I believe with time, with few changes, this entrepreneurship can easily be introduced in the roots of the country and can help in generating a new wave of entrepreneurship in future.
Well, Anand, the failure is also a part of journey. As a person goes on his business venture, he will learn things. Everything cannot be taught by education system only. He should also have some experience of the industry, how the industry works and how the overview of people is working in the industry.
Mr. Madhav, I agree with you. Only the life experience teaches us how to live a life and not the learning of merely facts and things. The merely facts only sharpen our thinking, but the life experience and taking risks teaches us how to live a life properly.
Also, that shows why the freelance market in India has grown by 160% in 2023, which shows that people are deploying their skills into the industries and learning all the negatives and positives of the industry and implementing those into their startup.
Do you genuinely feel freelancing can be a full-time job?
No, freelancing cannot be a full-time job. Freelancing can be a source to learn about the industry in which your startup is, and it can also be used to network with many individuals at high post in that industry.
You can see many YouTubers, many people are using YouTube as freelancing work through building their personal brand in which they are showcasing themselves. And when they will come into the market, you will easily recognize them and will showcase their talent. And then they will only attract you towards them and their business will boost up from them. That's that also.
An example for what Manas said is Ranveer Albhadia or Beer Weiser or even Raj Mani. They started off as content creators but now run multi-business ventures, which shows that freelancing can also turn into successful entrepreneurship.
I agree.
As Ayush said, Physics Follows runs a YouTuber only. And then he started his company, which is also a unicorn company now. We must appreciate the efforts he put into that.
Great.
Okay, now I would like to conclude our group discussion. As entrepreneurship is still an unexplored field, which still require to flatten our roots of country. I agree that it comes with lot of failure risk, especially for those people who come from low economic background. But learning from failures helps in gaining new experiences. I also agree that our root education system, which only focuses on memorizing things instead of teaching practical knowledge, but with few changes in our education system, can really boost the entrepreneurship in our country and can help in developing can help in generating new entrepreneurial mindsets in our country. So that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day.